Okay, we're recording now. All right, so ladies, tonight we are going to talk about a few different things, and feel free to jump in with any other topics, questions, as always, that you want to talk about. But I'll kind of just get us going talking about some things for November, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so let's talk November promos, because those are amazing. Oh, Tammy says she'll be here in a couple minutes. So always, historically speaking, November's promos always drive your OGV up because of frankincense. Everyone loves free frankincense since it's such a pricey oil. So what have you guys been doing, or are you going to be doing to get your people, let's all share ideas, to get your people to get those promos and get your OGV up?
I've been tagging my members in the Facebook posts to try to bring knowledge to them. And then most of the people that I have as members, I know them at church as well, so I go up to them as well. But unfortunately, most of the people right now are saying that they cannot financially afford anything. So that's the thing I get back.
Okay, that's a really good, I'm glad that you brought that up, because when someone says, okay, like, I can't afford it financially, for speaking about the monthly promos, here's one thing that I like to tell them, is that if it's freebies that they really want that month, then I say, well, hey, do you have people in your life that like oils, or that you think would want to order oils from you? Because if so, this would be a great time for you to open up your order to have other people jump on, open it up so that other people can jump on your order. They can put something on Facebook. Technically, they're supposed to charge, what is it, Sheena, like 10%?
10%, yeah, 10% more.
More than the wholesale cost of it, just to adhere to the guidelines that Young Living has. But they can put it up on their Facebook and say, hey, does anyone want to jump on my order this month and save themselves the shipping cost? So that's one way to get those promos or get those freebies, even if you can't afford it yourself. So that might be something that you could mention to them, something that they might not have thought about doing to get freebies.
That's a good idea.
What else, guys? Sheena, would you share what you do every month with your members, ER?
Yeah, every month on the 1st, I send them the monthly promos through their messenger or email, whatever is best for them, or even text. And I also send the information about it. And then like a day or two before their ER processes, I go and check their amount and see if they're close to a tier. And if they're close enough, I'll message them anywhere from like $20 up to the next tier. So if they're $20 below a tier, I'll message them, tell them about it. I'll tell them the prices of the oils. Sorry, the phones are blowing up.
I know, Tammy's trying to get on.
I tell them the price of the tier that they're up to, and just tell them, hey, like, no pressure, but you're $20 away from getting, a $80 bottle of oil, for example, the frankincense. If you just want to add on, blah, 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 I kind of just leave it up to them. But every month on the 1st, I message them each personally with all the ER promos.
I think that's really important because so many people miss that post in the Joyful Oilers group. Hey, Tammy, I see you.
Hey, thank you for calling me back.
Did I call you back?
No, you're good. Because, thank you because you called me, didn't you? You rang me in?
Oh, I
just said Ashley was calling me.
Someone probably did her, Sheena.
We did.
Somebody did.
Hold on, I have to look it up.
I realized that you can't really tag the people in the monthly promos because they get tagged in so much stuff to begin with. Half the time they won't see it. And every person that's on my ER always says, thank you so much. I appreciate you always sending me this. I know that within the first day or two, let me just say it for real, the first day or two, you're going to send it to me. And they're always very appreciative of it. So where are we going, Tammy?
Sorry.
Where are we moving?
You're going to my Windows. Don't look at the floor. It's covered in baskets of laundry again that need to be put away.
Story of my life. Story of my life. Now I forget this is recorded and I'm like singing for all to hear. Okay, so yes, because so many people miss those posts on Facebook and we do get tagged in a million things. I feel like unless it's a personal message or a text, stuff just gets lost in Facebook. Like even events on Facebook, if you invite someone to it, unless you personally message them and let them know, hey, I sent you an invite to it, they like never see the invite. So reaching outside of, you know, just Facebook walls is a really good idea, whether it be through a personal message or a text message.
Mm-hmm.
What else, ladies? Anything else that we can say about the November promos and how to leverage those?
I did the same thing with contacting everyone via email or messenger, depending on whether or not we were Facebook friends. But I was kind of considering, and now I don't know that I have the ability to take this on because it's gotten crazy with my traveling. But I was gonna send everybody like a little tiny bottle of pine, just because most people don't have pine, and let them smell it, use it, and with a little card that told like what pine is used for. I was just gonna print out the one that.
Oh, like that describes it and stuff.
I think Young Living makes it, but yeah. So, but I have the bottles, and I have half a bottle of pine, so I have to order more pine, and so I'm in debate about whether I'm actually gonna successfully get that through. But I wanted to send it like physically with then again a printout of like what the promos were. Like that's what I wrote down to do, but what I'm actually getting, I can't promise.
That is a super cute idea. I might totally steal that. You know, it'd be really cute to send it out kind of like a, you could do something similar like that even for Christmas, like with your Christmas card type thing, you know, which I like to do like in December for members. That would be cute to send them like a little bottle of something Christmassy too, but do it like early, you know, like at the end of November or something. That way they have time to order it for Christmas.
Right.
But that's a cute idea, Jess. I'm gonna write it down.
Question: When, how soon, and who is it that knows first about the promos, like what they are?
Well,
We find out in the Future Diamonds group. They post it the night before. It's like at midnight the night before.
I really need for them to like be more ahead of that so that I can be thinking and planning things to have out. You know what I'm saying? I need to know a week ahead. I'm going to need them to change that for me.
I will go call Gary and I'll let him know. I actually have a conference.
Please do.
So I will let him know.
I don't know. She's got a point.
It's true.
What?
Then you can like set up a class and like show them how good those products are ahead of time, and then they'll be like, hey, these are all on sale or for free, and then they were going to be more willing to jump on it because they've already tried it and they know they love it, and so they're going to want to get it for free.
See, Tawana, I know. I've got this great idea. I mean, it's inspired by Jess, but.
Okay, so anybody else have anything to add in on the promos, the free Frank? Have you guys already seen your OGV rising and people pushing up their orders to 300 that didn't normally?
I won't say I have seen it yet. I'm hoping to, but I mean, Jessica and I.
Yeah.
We normally.
Exactly. My mother-in-law, she was like, oh, wait, add some more things. I got to get that free frankincense because I do her ER every month. She hand writes it down. She adds up her PV, and she does like take a picture of it and text it to me. So she is a little bit electronically savvy, but then I log in and do her ER for her.
So cute.
Jess, here's some kitty
It
love
really
for
is.
you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that face.
It looks so, he looks really dark in this lighting, but he's got like really blue eyes.
I can't see his eyes.
He looks really
Oh my god, I love him.
He's hungry, so he's coming over. Okay, yeah. So just if you haven't seen it yet, text it to your people that you haven't already, which you already did, you said. But I guarantee you'll have some people pushing up for the free frank because it happens all the time. So, and
yeah, well, my friend who just signed up last week, she's on ER the last of last month, I think, and she's on ER, and she's like, "How to get that free frankincense?" Like, what? No.
Okay, so let's talk because there were a lot of new signups in October, and there's going to be a lot in November too. So let's talk about how we support these people. What do we do? What's our main goals with our new people? What do we want to show them? What do we want to accomplish with them, and how are we going to do it? Ready, set, go.
Well, definitely get them on ER. I mean, that's always the goal, to try to get them on ER and telling them the importance of it is the first thing. And then number 2 is importance of staying on ER and not just getting it for the first month and canceling it. And showing them, you know, all the oils and how to use it. And don't be afraid to try stuff.
For sure. What about new member packets and what you do with them after they sign up? What are some things you guys are doing that you're seeing results from and liking?
I feel like if your members are local, truly sitting down with them after they get their kit and doing a real like 102 is super important, because I've had so many of my people just have so many questions that they may or may never have asked. You know, had I not sat with them for a good hour or whatever it takes, just answering whatever questions they have and literally going through every single oil again, bringing them their book and their materials, and I bring them some samples too of other stuff. But if they're local, I feel like that's really important.
Question, because I think that
so many.
What was that? Sorry, what was that?
You want to go?
No. No, I was just saying, for those local one-on-ones, or the 102 classes, which I do think are hugely important. I do have one person that ordered her kit and extra oils, like ordered a bunch of stuff. And she's not a close personal friend, but she is a friend of mine on Facebook. And I cannot get her to respond to me to set up an appointment to get her, because I'm holding her reference books as ransom. So like, I don't want to miss out on that opportunity, because I know if I don't get face to face with her, it's just not going to take off. And I don't know, any advice?
She had an issue not too long ago. We were actually at we were doing a show at a car show at our church. And I happened to tell her that this person came up to our table when she walked away, and she said that she just bought a kit from the women's show or something, the Home Garden show or something. And she was like, "Oh, I got this really cute diffuser necklace, blah, blah, blah." And so she walked away, and when Sheena came up, I was like, "Yeah, this lady said she bought a kit, blah, blah." She goes, "That might be the person that bought it from me." So I kind of showed her like what she looked like, and she goes, "Yeah, that's the person who bought it from me." And it was the same person that never messaged her. So she went up to her and like talked to her personally, like basically hunted her down. It was like, "Hey, you need to get your reference book."
But then I have another member that is actually going inactive this month. And me and Ashley have done everything we could to get a hold of her. We've even contacted the person that hosted the party that she signed up with. And she like relays messages to this person that we can't get a hold of. And she's going inactive. She ordered the kit. She upgraded to the Rainstone. She was so excited. Like, out of this class of like 16 that Ashley had, there was like 3 paying attention. And she was one of the ones paying attention. And I've never been able to get a hold of her. Ashley's never been able to get a hold of her. And she goes inactive this month.
Whoa.
Actually, October. So she's already inactive. So I don't know. I even emailed her like last week offering $20 back if she puts in a $50 PV order.
Maybe you should just jog by her house, you know.
We did. Ashley dropped something off. Didn't you drop some off at her house, Ashley?
No, I've never done that. But you know what's funny is I sent her something in the mail offering $10 off her $50 order. $50 order.
Her email is not active anymore. You guys need to find her.
I even messaged Carrie, and Carrie's like, I'll relay the message to her. I'm like, let her know I'm going to give her $20 off if she just places a $50 order, or just I'll just give her $20 to contact me. $20 if you just contact me, please. Because that's one that me and Ashley thought like for sure she was going to be really excited because she upgraded to the Rose phone. Not many people upgrade to that on the first, right away.
She had a lot of issues for too that she was talking to us about, and we finally sent her a reference guide book in the mail, which maybe was a mistake, but she would never respond to us. So it was like, well, I mean, I at least want her to know how to use her oils. Maybe she'll order on her own. So I finally just sent her reference book on her own. But literally, I've sent her stuff in the mail multiple times.
I can relate because I struggle to get anyone who's out of state, which when I'm in Hawaii, it's everybody pretty much, to have like a video. I want a video 101 so I can like have them show me stuff and I can show them stuff. And I mean, even best, like people who I'm super close to, like, I'm gonna contact you and we're gonna do that, and then I'll follow up, and then it's just back and forth, and then it never happens, and then I eventually start to feel like 2 months down the road that I'm just like stalking them.
Yeah, I just periodically
not getting anywhere. So my one friend, I'm gonna see her when I go to Ohio, even though she lives like 4 hours from me, and I'm making her bring her kit because it's a year now, and she's not letting me do this 102 with her.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I'm not alone.
Yeah. So I guess the only
answer
is Tammy, contact. That's all
I mean,
you can do.
I just can't fathom not wanting free reference materials. Like,
I'm hoping this lady's just ordering off of like Carrie's Essential Rewards order, and we just don't know or something, because the lady was so excited and had so many issues that she wanted to help. I mean, like, she was about to buy the Aria, and then the computer messed up, and she waited 45 minutes for me to be on the phone to make this order. Like, I've never met somebody, and I was only a month into oils. So I was like, oh my gosh, you're like me. And now here it is a year later, and I can't get a hold of her still.
Carla.
No.
What's Carla saying?
She's not.
Carla said, is she dead?
I know I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping she orders under Carrie, which would help you, Tammy. So I hope that's what's happening right now.
Yeah, that would be good.
I think we just have
okay. I'm sorry.
There's so much noise now, like with everything on the internet. People are just so busy, like busier than ever before. So I think we just have to keep that in mind, that they're probably not getting annoyed with us messaging them or following up. They just aren't taking the time to respond. Because
Here's the thought that I had. I wondered if any of you had tried or had feedback on. I think that in the future, when I have an out of state or long distance, which will be after January in Hawaii, most of them again, I'm thinking that like when they tell me they want to sign up, I'm going to somehow like with sending them the link, I'm also going to send them like an options for scheduling their 102, like not a like follow up later, but number one, here's a link. Number two, which date do you want to do your 102? And I'm just going to put it out 2 weeks because I don't think it'll take longer than that to get the kit. If for some reason it does, then we could reschedule. But
yeah, I heard some people actually set their 102 class like during the class, like right after they sign up for the kit, like right there, right in front of you, to pick a date right there. So then it's already scheduled with the time and everything, and then you can just confirm with them.
Yeah, and that's easy face to face, but I think like electronically, I have to like at a distance, I have to do something where they have to like an email with or a form where it says, okay, here's your link, and then check the date for your 102, or I don't know yet how that would work out, but
yeah.
That's a really good idea. I like that a lot. I just wrote that one down. It's kind of the same thing behind like why we don't give them their reference books when they sign up for the internet. But I think it's even better to take it another step further and say, let's go ahead and set up our meeting.
Yeah.
Really smart, yeah. And if you make it just like it's part of the package and not like it's an option, just kind of like
that's what I'm
too. after you get your kit, you meet up with me, or we do whatever, Google Hangout, and yeah, if you just make it like it's part of it, then it's not awkward. It's just, and then we do this.
Exactly. It's the part of it. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's like art the oil's hostage until they
Yeah. Your kit's gonna come to
You know, like
Your kit will come after you schedule this 1 or 2 with me.
Yes.
like honestly, I was just thinking tonight that I really, really wish that the kit came to us. In a way. I mean, and then like I know that we would then have to potentially ship it out to an out of state, not local person. But for my local people, what would I give if the kit came to me and then I had to deliver it?
Yeah.
It would be cool if that were like a feature through Young Living. Like, you know how you can get your Young Living website or whatever. That it were a feature, so you could just, if you wanted to do the Young Living website, you could do yours, and then they had to get the kit and sign up, you know, schedule with you something at the same time. That would be amazing.
That would be amazing.
There's something
I like it.
posted about like buying kits. I think it was Sybil buying kits like ahead of time, and then like having 2 or 3 kits like at the class, and then when the person would buy a kit, instead of putting their shipping address, they would put your shipping address, so that way they would replace that kit that they just got in their hands.
Sandy does that too. The Crown Diamond on Hawaii, they have like 5 to 7 kits at their house, and when she has a party, they just bring kits. Actually, the last party I did with her, I went to that her new downline did. Her husband ran a kit over for her from the house because she forgot to bring him. So it's a really good idea.
Brilliant.
Does she sell a lot then? Do you notice that she's selling them like crazy at her classes because she has the flip kits there?
In that class that I was at, there were only 3 people, and 1 got a kit, and 2 were kind of on the fence at the time. But that one was so excited to go home with it, and she had like a 15-minute quick 102 with Sandy herself, and then or scheduled a real 102 with the new member who actually she enrolled her under. But it was cool because Sandy was there and she was excited to get like a little run through the kit with Sandy personally.
That's cool. I've always toyed around with the flip kit idea. Having 7 of them, oh my gosh, it's amazing. That's what you can do.
You should see her ER work. Like, I'll walk in the house after her ERs come in, and I have to like push through the doorway and like shimmy through the entry because there's like 7 boxes. Her husband posted on Facebook a couple of months ago, like, so I'm taking over the ER orders. And he said, this better not be all Savvy Minerals.
That's hilarious. Guys, one day we'll have semi-trucks delivering our ER orders every month.
One huge basket or a huge box alone was like seedlings, wipes. Another one was like Zing.
So we have all the Royal Crown Diamonds to blame for our out of stock items.
Yeah. True.
They're hogging it all to themselves. Okay, let's talk. All right, so Black Friday sales. So we have no clue because they don't give us the heads up, although I really like you guys' idea of giving us a heads up so we can plan for these things, but we have no clue what they will be. But we can kind of still strategize on what we're going to do to get those people, get our members aware of the sales, because again, that's a very, very noisy weekend, and around Black Friday online, there's just so much coming at you. So you want your members to know about it, but if you tag them and stuff on Facebook or, you know, expect them to see it in Joyful Oilers, it's probably not going to happen. So obviously the best for that is to text people. Now, if you feel like texting is obnoxious, if you know, are like, I want to be like texting them all the time or whatever, I would just pick, what I do is I pick, bless you, I pick the most important things that are going to be of value to them. So I'm not going to sit there and text them all month long on, you know, just oil uses or whatever, because that would get obnoxious. But I let them know about sales. I let them know about the monthly promos, and then I'll do an occasional text on like whatever, the toothpaste, if we're doing a toothpaste challenge or something like that. So, and I don't feel like that's excessive. And I haven't had anybody respond negatively or tell me, you know, hey, look, you're texting me too much. It's kind of getting obnoxious. But it definitely does help.
Do you just text your personally enrolled, or do you just like text everyone below you?
No, I just text my personally enrolled people that know me. I've accidentally texted someone before. I think it wasn't with you, Sheena, one of Sheena's or Carla's, that I thought it was mine, and I texted them, and they were like, who is this person texting me? Was that you, Sheena, that happened to you, or was that
Somebody under me and Carla.
It was Carla, yeah. Yeah, they get freaked out if you do that, so I don't recommend it.
Oh yeah, it was Carla, because I remember that person like wrote back or something, and like Carla contacted us. She's like, "Who's this phone number?" And it was you.
Yeah.
No, and I didn't even say who it was. I didn't say my name because I thought it was.
No, it was the toothpaste challenge.
Yes, and
No,
it was like
I did one of yours, Sheena, in the beginning, and they kind of went ballistic a little bit. I was just being nice.
I text my front line. I text everybody in my front line, and then like the people that are under people, if I personally enrolled them and I placed them under people, I'll message them. But like I let my builders under me take care of their own people. I'm like, message these people.
I don't want to hassle anyone, but I'm nervous that there's somebody in my downline that maybe came from you or Sybil who was through a blog, and maybe nobody personally knows them, and I don't want them to not. So I just stick with email on that. And I've called everyone at least once and left a message, or maybe a few times. And maybe it's just like texting. Maybe I should just try texting. But then I don't know who.
What'd you say?
I said most people don't answer their phones because they have, you know, screaming kids in the background.
Exactly. I mean, I don't answer my phone if I don't know the number.
I don't answer.
Me neither. If they leave a voicemail, then I'll call them back. But I figure if they don't, it's probably a telemarketer.
Yeah. Texting is definitely the way to do it. So you know that Project Broadcast. Have you guys heard of this? Project Broadcast.
Oh, what was that?
So it's Oily Tools. The same creator of Oily Tools created Project Broadcast, and it's not just for Young Living. It can be for whatever company. But it's a group texting type program where you can send out blasts via text and not have to sit there and pick people, which might be something that I will eventually do. But I still think, and that's what a lot of leaders have said, that you don't blast everybody. You don't blast your entire downline, because then, like, what if I'm messaging people about the sale under Jessica Parks' leg, and then she's also doing it, and then Jessica Foster is too? Well, then they're getting like 3 text messages about the sale, and that is obnoxious. So I think if you're gonna text people, email's a little bit different. I feel like people don't even really look at their email most of the time, honestly. But if you're texting people, I would clear it with the builder first, the leader above them, and just make sure that they're not already texting them so it doesn't get obnoxious.
Yeah.
But yes, Jessica, I'm sure there's a lot of people in your downline that would get missed because they've just enrolled through the blog or whatever.
Yeah.
So if there's a question about anybody like that, just ask me, ask Sybil, and if we're not already messaging them, then I would say, definitely that's a good time to reach out, connect with them. And
I think I'll clean that up soon. I'm gonna just contact you guys about all the ones I'm not sure about, and then I know for sure, and I can make a note for myself.
Yeah.
There's just like 3 or 4.
And as far as just messaging those people in general, never ever feel shy about messaging people under you, even if they are not enrolled by you, don't ever feel afraid to reach out to those people. Tammy did that this past week. She reached out to a couple people that I'd put under her, and they actually responded better to her than they did to me. And these are people that I know personally, but I think sometimes, especially if it's something personal that they're talking about, like one woman opened up to Tammy about needing oils for grief, and I had sent her a message that week too, and she hadn't even responded to it. But it might have been something that she just didn't want to talk about with me because we know each other, but she felt comfortable opening up to Tammy about it. So don't ever feel like you can't message those people, just to check in and let them know that you're there to support them too. And if they get upset about it, you know what, they get upset about it. We can't make everybody happy. But generally speaking, most people are very nice about it and appreciate you just saying, hey, I'm so-and-so, you know, I'm here to support you along with, you know, say whoever enrolled them. If you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. How are you liking your oils? Something like that.
Cool. Perfect.
All right.
Yay.
Oh, you're fine. Anything else that you guys want to talk about for this month? We've covered the promos, Black Friday sales. So we'll know probably the night before, like always. But I think for me, personal messages on Facebook and text is the only way to go, because just putting it up in Joyful Oilers, it's just going to get missed, or even tagging them is going to get missed because there's going to be a lot on Facebook that day. So, and guys, your enthusiasm, people will catch on to your enthusiasm. Your enthusiasm is contagious. So be excited about the promos. You can even start talking about them early. Just saying, I'm really excited. There's going to be something good. We don't know what it is yet, but it's going to be great. Do the Beyonce, right? Where she starts.
Good time for like personal live videos on your own personal pages.
Yep. Totally. Even, and speaking of the live videos on your personal page, this month, this is cold and flu season, guys. So the more active you are on your personal Facebook pages, the more responses you're going to get, questions, personal messages, asking questions, because people want answers. They've got sick kids and they want answers. So be visible on your Facebook page. If you're not doing the 2 posts a week, I challenge you to start doing that. Be consistent with it. Post every day, and then 2 posts a week. Make it business related, and you will start seeing people liking your posts that, you know, all of a sudden are coming out of the woodworks, liking your oil posts. Then when you go to create events, make it public, and it'll show up on your newsfeed, and then those people who've been liking your post or not liking it but watching will kind of say they're interested in, and that kind of lets you know who to work with. So if you're not sticking to that, I would so encourage you to make that your challenge for this month, to be posting every day on Facebook and 2 oily posts a week, because you will see fruit from it, I promise. Lots and lots of people are watching. All right, ladies, that's all I have for you tonight. So what do you have? Anyone else want to talk about? Questions, goals that you guys have?
I want to, oh, Jess, we're like totally on the same wavelength. I love it.
Tammy, go.
Go first. You go first.
Okay. I just had an idea like a week or so ago. My mom works at a, she's kind of like the secretary or something. I don't know what she does, honestly, in a retirement community. And every time I go in there, I get to meet people that live there, and I love them. I love them. I love senior citizens. And it just dawned on me like a couple nights ago in the middle of the night that it would be cool to have an oils class or a make and take or something there at the retirement community as like an event or as like an activity for them. But I don't know if there's any reason that that's not okay, or
No,
is it like, I mean, it should be fine, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, most nursing homes, they actually allow people to go in there and give their residents gifts, especially during Christmas and stuff, because usually their family members don't come and visit them during Christmas. So they're usually more open for people to come through, and you can kind of just give them like a little Christmas gift with your card and your information.
Cool.
and then, you know, give them like a little stuffed bear or something, because they always love stuffed bears to put in the room for them to hug or kiss or whatever. So that's just another idea. Bring your kids in there with them, you know, with you, and do like a little Christmas carol or something, and they'll just eat it up.
Awesome.
Great idea. Tammy.
Yeah, I love the idea, like being a little more creative of where you could do classes. Carla's always really creative about that. And my question was related. I just need a little more inspiration for about to go inactives.
Yeah.
What are your best tried and true? I have so like these two sisters like signed up a year ago that were on fire about it too, and they were so excited. They live next door to each other. They both got their kits on the same day, and they were all gung-ho, and the same thing. They had lots of different things they were looking to use them for. Now they're going inactive. I can't get them to answer any of my texts or Facebook messages or phone call. I did one phone call each. A stalker. But
have you dropped off
they
any
clearly haven't used it.
Have you dropped off any like care packages to them?
No, I haven't.
That's like
I should.
stalkerish, but like during the month of like May or something, I did a bunch of like little to-go bags, like end of the school, like summer thing. It was supposed to be for teachers, but really I just dropped it off to all kinds of people's houses that were around. And a few of them, you know, responded to those. I was just never responded before.
And what do you put in your care packages?
That month I copied Ashley, and I did a summer, like all the stuff in the kit along with whatever promo was that month, which was orange at the time. So I did like a summer blend, like roll on. And then what did we do, Ashley? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Me either. Summer roll on.
To see what they write on their Facebook.
Thieves Cleaner, I think. I think we did Thieves Cleaner, a summer roll on, and like one other thing. And then a paper talking about chemicals and like eliminating them from your house. And then my card and like a little, I think we did like a 10 off of 50 or something. If you spend 50 PV, we reimburse you $10. And I did have a few people respond to that. Actually, one of them ended up getting on ER after that.
Tammy, I was going to say the same thing because I had someone previously that I got to order again by going to her house, and the way I worded it was just like, "Hey, I have a whole bag full of goodies for you. When's a good time to bring it by?" And that kind of opened the door for me to go to her house in a non-stalkerish way. But then once I got to her house, then I was like, "How are you working your oils?" Well, turns out her diffuser wasn't even working. Okay. So I was like,
oh my God.
How long has it not been working? And she's like, oh, it stopped like right after I got it. I'm like, oh dear Lord. So I was like, well, let's call Young Living right now because they can replace it for you for free. You know, it's still under the warranty. So then I got her diffuser and whatever. But so if you can find a way to get with them, or sometimes I'll just find an excuse to get together with them on a friend level. So then we can connect and talk about the oils, because I feel like that's with your inactive. Sometimes mailing them stuff in the mail, just like a car, you know, $10 off 50 or whatever. Sometimes it works, but what really works is connecting with the person, just getting back to that relationship, finding out why they're not using their oils, encouraging them, giving them product samples like what Sheena's talking about, just kind of, you know, reconnecting.
Sounds good.
I just had an inactive that I reconnected with her and did the same thing. I went to her house, but I brought her coffee, Starbucks. But I found a way, like she said, to get to her house. I was like, hey, I made up this little book. I want to bring it to you. Plus, oh my gosh, I got this new lotion. I really want you to try some. And so she's like, oh, I've been meaning to order. She was going inactive this month. So I ended up reconnecting with her the other day. And, you know, before I got there, I was like, let me get you a coffee, whatever coffee you want. And we'll just sit and talk, and I'll help you order. And she did. She said she's been meaning to order. She's just, life got busy.
Yeah.
You know.
and you really do have to you have to be super there and in their face, because I mean, like a best friend of mine from first grade on who joined last year is about to go inactive, and I was like, I know I'm not going to let her. I wasn't that worried about it, but then she posted something on Facebook and somebody was sick, and I was like, dude, where's your thieves? Like, what? I don't understand. And she's like, well, I ran out and I tried to get more last month, and then it was out of stock. And I was like, well, it was a big sale. She's like, I know, I tried to buy stuff. Everything was out of stock. I'm like, we gotta be on it. I sent her the information like day one. But anyway, yeah, she's not inactive anymore, but she was like just paddling out there, not aware that she needed to get her stuff in gear. And really quickly about inactives, a friend of mine who wanted to join under me it's about 6 or 7 months ago, had been inactive. She had been with Young Living from like way back when, but had been inactive for maybe a year and a half, not quite 2 years. And then she's like, I want to join with you, and because I'm always talking about it, and she just wanted to be a part of like this momentum that Joyful Oilers has going. And then she got an email like the day she was talking about it from whoever her upline is, offering frankincense if she re-enrolled.
Oh, man.
She's still with me. She's still in with me, but still. Frankincense, that's a pretty, I mean, that's a bold and active gift.
Yeah.
That's like a 5 ml of frankincense?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like $30. I offered somebody 20. Maybe I should order frankincense.
That's pretty bold and active gifting.
Well, we did offer her 30 between my 10 and your 20.
I know.
So.
Yeah.
We will pay for your order.
Oh, guys.
Yeah, please
I was
sign
gonna
it
say,
and pay for your order.
I don't even know how somebody let that slip through. If that ever happened to me, I would be all over it. I understand the value of $1, and oils. I don't even get that.
Right?
hey, Jess, I have an idea for your next Science Sunday, because I was just like, when I was preparing for my hormones class, I was just listening to several different videos, and one of them came up about diffusers and about how they're not all created equally. And I know I even have made the mistake of being like, oh yeah, because people were like, I really want a diffuser in every room, but they and then they're like, but $64 for, our cheaper diffusers. They're like, oh, that seems like a lot. I saw this on Amazon. I'm like, yeah, just get diffusers in every room. Because I'm thinking, if you've got diffusers in every room, you're going to be using your oils, right? So I didn't care. And I have like the ones that are in my boys' rooms are from Amazon. They were $19 instead of $65. But just saw a thing that talked about what type of plastic are your diffusers made of, where were they manufactured, because if they were manufactured in China, then they were made of toxic plastic that even though the ultrasonic disc may continue to work, you may be leaching petrochemicals into your diffuser air if you're using a cruddy diffuser.
Oh my God.
And so all of a sudden I'm like, I'm totally going to have to buy at least a dewdrop, probably a desert mist because they're prettier, for my boys' rooms now. Like I'm going to have to do that and ditch these Amazon diffusers because I have no idea where they're from and I have no idea the quality of the plastic used in them. And I'm like, that would be kind of counterproductive to be diffusing petrochemicals with my oils.
That's a super great point. And I'm honestly like ashamed of myself 100% that this hasn't dawned on me, because I am like the queen of naughty plastics,
right?
Lecture.
I know, it never dawned on me either, and I'm reading that and I'm going, oh my gosh, this needs to be a Science Sunday. I need to let Jess go down the rabbit hole of research on this and convince all of us and our members that we need to just stick with our Young Living diffusers because I'm confident that they're safe and made with good pet plastic or whatever.
Yeah, that topic is in good hands, Tammy. You know who you're talking to. Good job.
Awesome. Yeah, and don't forget to invite people to the hormones class if you know of anybody struggling with those kinds of issues, including if you think that there may be a male factor hormone issue in their household. I will be discussing men's hormones as well.
Okay.
Just an important.
Is hormones I mean, those of us who are in the fertile age, right? That's really more what it's about. Not, I mean, it's not hormones after you're done with childbirth. You're not.
You know what? We will get there, actually. And I have some information on it, but I'm afraid that it will take way longer than an hour if I get into all the things. So I'm going to make this mainly hormone balancing, whether or not it has to do with fertility or not. Obviously, our story did. But for men and for women,
Awesome.
including some supplement recommendations and whatnot.
Well,
I was just talking with a member the other day about that because she is on Progestins Plus, and she said that her cycle is regular for the first time ever. And she said she had a pregnancy scare the other day, and she's like, I'm really interested to see if we'll be able to get pregnant right away after being on this, because she has one little boy, but they went through a lot trying to get him. She's like, I'm wondering now if it's going to be, that much easier to get pregnant because my cycle's regular, like my body's different, my hormones are different. So I told her, I'm like, this is something you need to talk about with people, because you have the, like, you've been through it, you've been in those shoes, so you have an open door to talk to people about that, versus someone that hasn't been through that. That's a very sensitive topic for a lot of people, so it's hard to come at, to talk to someone about that when you haven't walked through it, when it's such a sensitive issue. So I so appreciate when, like Tammy, you do these classes, because you've been there, and you have the right to talk about it in a loving way, and people will accept it from you, because it's not just someone, sitting up on their horse like, well, I've never had issues with this, but people who do, this might be what's wrong.
exactly.
So, yeah, I so appreciate you doing this classes. Okay, speaking of classes, Jessica Foster and I are doing a business class this Thursday night. And so far, we have a lot of people interested and a lot of people coming. So we are super excited about it. But here's the other cool part. So right after the business class is over, we're going to be starting weekly Google Hangout coaching for the group of people who decide to get started with the business from that class. So this is newbies. This isn't, we're not going to be talking about the same stuff that we talk about in here. It's going to be like boot camp, like what Rachel Holland does, but in a Google Hangout setting. So that way it's face-to-face and we get a team going. Because I like the boot camp that Rachel Holland does, and I like the material and everything, but I like this better because you get to know people and you kind of get that sense of team, right away, where everyone's talking to each other, getting to know each other, and start making connections. So with all that being said, if you have anybody that you even think might potentially be interested in your downline that you want to invite to that to the business class, do so. Feel free to do so. It's called Loving Oils, Loving People, and Making an Income, I think is what it's called. But the whole gist behind it is just sharing on like our stories with Young Living and how organic it is and how it's not like a typical MLM. Sheena's actually going to come over to my house too, so we can get 3 people in on a 2-way Facebook Live. So she's going to come over and she's going to share her story too. So anybody, I'm really just kind of looking through my downline this week and sending messages to people. And what I've done is I've sent them, like, I'll read you a message that I've sent somebody, like something personal. Let's see, where is? Okay, hang on. I try to make them personal. That way it didn't seem like a spammy message that I was sending to everyone. Okay, so I sent one to someone in my downline and just said, hey, girl, just wanted to let you know I invited you to an online class all about Young Living as a business. I thought of you since I know you've been using your oils for a while and probably have lots of stories, which is what makes the best builders. People who simply share their stories to help others are authentic and heart-centered rather than pushy and salesy. I'm not sure if you're looking for a way to make extra income, but I'd love to have you join and see if it's something for you. So it wasn't anything like magical that I wrote, but just something personal, just saying, hey, I know you probably have lots of stories and, it's not weird or pushy. And so far, everyone that I've asked has said, yeah, that they would come. So, and that doesn't mean necessarily that they'll all be builders, but it sure beats, you know, them not coming because I didn't ask them. So if you have anyone that you feel like inviting, feel free to do so. And if anyone else wants to get involved on the weekly coaching Google Hangouts, I would love that. I mean, as many of us as we can get in there that are just there to kind of help coach these newbies and put the input in, I'm open to it.
How do I find that event, Ashley? I'm trying to find it right now.
I'll invite you to it. You can be invited.
Thank you.
I think I did. Maybe I didn't know. Let's see.
And I don't mind participating in the, you know, coaching from time to time. I don't know that you would want my face in there every week, but
I will
don't
take
mind helping in.
as much as you want. We're thinking, so the plan is to do the coaching calls on Monday nights at 9 p.m.
Cool.
Because that's typically a good night for people because they don't have other plans. So
I can help you with that too.
yay.
Yeah, and I would love to be involved, Ashley.
I know 2 people already that will want to be in that class because they're just starting and they're coming on Thursday night to watch. Not coming, but they're watching because they're truly interested in learning.
Perfect. Yeah, I have several too that I think will be serious builders. So if we can just get all those people in, the idea is to get them in the class on Thursday and then straight from that class, get them pumped up and right into the coaching.
Yeah.
The very next week we'll start on Monday night and just start baby steps, you know, talk about how to sign people up, how to host a class, that kind of just pick a new topic every week and give them homework that week to do. And Jessica Foster and I were talking earlier about doing giveaways each week. That way they keep coming back the next week to win. People like giveaways. And recognition is huge. So people that, you know, sign someone up, sign up for a new member, that kind of stuff, making sure we always recognize those people every week. So, all right, ladies. Anything else? No, nobody? All right, then. We will go ahead and end this. Make sure you invite people to Tammy's class and the business class, and we will talk again next month.
Thanks, ladies.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.